Once upon a time in the fair city of St. Louis, there were children who lived in need. They did not live the life of a fairy tale. These children were without many basic items, and most tragically, they were growing up without the magic of owning a book. A world without books is a dark one. A toddler's vocabulary is built on words spoken to them. At age 3, children who have access to books and live in upper middle class families hear 30 million more spoken words than children who live in poverty. Unless something changes in their environment, children living in poverty will continue to start out woefully behind their peers, and most will never catch up. The cycle of poverty continues. Worst of all, nearly half of all children aged 6 and under live in poverty in the city of St. Louis. Half. 2/3 of those children don't own a single book. These kids are starting out without the right tools to succeed. The single most important activity for building the knowledge required for eventual success is reading aloud to children. The Ready Readers story began with Pat Simons. Under her leadership, Pat brought the community together to address the needs of early literacy skills. Ready Readers is a St. Louis-based nonprofit organization dedicated to inspiring young children from low-income communities to become readers by reading aloud to them, increasing their exposure to quality books, and providing literacy-based experiences. Our vision is to have all children that participate in the Ready Readers program enter kindergarten with the skills to be ready to read.
Let's see what we find out next.
Very young children from low-income areas don't get the same advantages in terms of pre-literacy skills. My vision for the program was the same as it's always been and still is, I think, which is to excite children about books so that when the time came for someone to teach them to read, they would want to read.
Today, Ready Readers has 500 trained and supported volunteers that read aloud to classrooms of low-income children in the St. Louis area. These dedicated volunteers read high-quality children's books to the same classroom of children ages 2 to 5 every week for an entire school year. Every 4 to 6 weeks, our volunteer readers give out new, personalized books to their entire class.
And put your finger on the words above the rabbit's head.
Ready Readers is definitely making a huge impact. I can see with my children when I read, there are already some who are already advanced in their reading and they're able to point to the words. Some of them are actually reading the books through with me. They're excited about reading. They're excited about our story time.
She reads me books all the time, and then she always read me books.
When Miss Erica come in and we all sit down and we open our books together and we're teaching the kids to read left to right. My children are learning to turn one page at a time. They actually know where their name is when they open the book, and they recognize their letters of their names when they're reading the book.
And I can tell that every time I come in, they are ready to read stories, and often they ask me, can we read one more? We want to read one more story. So I definitely see a progression from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
The classroom teacher also receives the same gift books with extension activities, created by Ready Readers to do with the class. These teachers are invited to Ready Readers professional development workshops on how to use literature as the vehicle for teaching all subjects. Several classrooms also participate in the Ready Readers Book a Day program. The program provides the teachers a book a day to read aloud to the children along with coordinating activities. At the end of the week, the children get to choose one of the books to keep in their classroom library.
Favorite part of Ready Readers is Mr. Jeff reading books.
Those first years in a child's life are so important to their whole future that it feels good to be part of helping that along and adding a little something interesting to their early schooling experience. This is my 3rd year doing it now, and it's just one of the highlights of my week.
The end. Okay.
Ready Readers volunteers read weekly to 10,000 preschool-aged children in the St. Louis area and give away an average of 65,000 books a year. Ready Readers also provides free literacy-based field trips each year for our classroom children to places such as the Magic House and the Science Center. Our gently used book drives build hundreds of school and community libraries and continues the Ready Readers mission to inspire children to read.
The child's vocabulary that they have when they enter kindergarten is the best predictor of third grade reading scores. And the best predictor of high school graduation rate of a child is their third grade reading scores. We have to start at the very beginning of a child's life, and we have to give them that rich vocabulary and those rich questions and those rich answers and those rich thoughts. And one of the best ways to do that is through storytelling. It's a golden mission. There's nothing more important than educating children. There's nothing more than getting children out of poverty is through education. And the only way you can learn is if you can read.
Ready Readers is making a difference in our community. On average, 85% of children who participate in the Ready Readers program enter kindergarten with the skills needed to become successful readers. Ready Readers needs your help to continue serving the children of St. Louis. Reading breaks the cycle of poverty. We can give our city a happily ever after. This is not the end. It is just the beginning.